Welcome
to Purana Talk
with Alan and Leon.
You could call us the Purana guys.
Yeah.
Our homage to the car guys
Mm-hmm.
of many years on the radio. We're doing the Garuda Purana. We're in the first section, and we've reached chapter 197. We did a huge, long series that were all called disease, and they were about Ayurveda. And now we've entered a section where there's mantras that are said to have powers over various things. And they're long and complicated mantras, but they're not entirely apart from the medical Ayurvedic stuff.
Well, they don't make a division between magical and medical.
It sort of drifted into this area with no explanation whatsoever. But I noticed that the first one's going to be very interesting. First of all, it is spoken by Dhanvantari, and he's the Lord of Ayurveda.
So we've left the realm of the divine and we've gone back to the human realm. Because
not exactly. It's Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari is a deity. Oh. He's not, in the previous one, he was speaking to Sushruta. Now, Sushruta, however mythologized and legendary in his own right, is the author of a text. And so we consider him to be a historical personage. Dhanvantari came about at the churning of the milk ocean. He comes stepping out.
So he's early.
Right. And he becomes the Lord of Ayurveda. And, earlier it was Dhanvantari speaking to Sushruta. Remember, it said, who are we kidding? We're really Vishnu talking to Shiva. So
right.
It's just another sort of, in a way, you're just calling him by another name.
Right.
And it's still Vishnu. It's all Vishnu. We learned that in the Bhagavata Purana. It's all Vishnu. In case you were wondering what it all is. Chapter 197 is entitled Garudamantra. Dhanvantari said, I shall explain the Garuda mantra first mentioned to Kashyapa by his friend Garuda, whereby this great Garuda Vidya dispels poison. Okay, a couple of comments already. This is the first stanza. The Garuda Vidya, the Garuda wisdom, the wisdom derived from Garuda, dispels poison, makes it, in a sense, an Ayurvedic remedy.
Yeah.
One. The other thing, on a Sanskritic note, this is the Garuda mantra, but it is the Garuda Purana. The Ga becomes Ga because it is derivative the same way Shiva becomes Shiva and that sort of thing. So when it says the Garuda mantra, it isn't the same as Garuda mantra. It's like the Garuda sect or the Garuda-ish mantra. It's adjectivalized it, perhaps.
Okay.
Something like that. I thought that was, worthy of note, that I'm not just mispronouncing Garuda as Garuda mantra. And Garudi Vidya, because, now I don't know why it becomes Garudi, unless Vidya is feminine, which I think it is. So wisdom, this is the derivative of Garuda, Garudi Vidya, the Garuda wisdom, which is feminine, dispels poison. The Mahavidyas are goddesses, the great wisdom. Principles are manifested as goddesses, so it's not surprising. Here we go. The 5 elements of earth, water, fire, wind, and ether are presided over by the deities. They are the presiding deities of the mystic diagrams. They are attained by the devotees of Vishnu. The letters other than long vowels represent them. The deities are other than the Napumsakas. The 6 parts of the body, this is 4. The 6 parts of the body include 2 calves, 2 arms, the navel, and the head. The Kavacha covers the heart, head, and the tuft with the eyes. The Astra mantra is used for Nyasa, which is the location in their respective seats. 5. At the end of the realization of everything, the Kala Vahini, death fire, and Vayu, wind, are represented beneath. The 6th vowel, in conjunction with the crescent moon, U and Anushvara, is the mystical great syllable. 6. The para and the apara are said to be above and below. In all the angas, the nyasa is to be made duly with repa, and it says that means the letter ra. Seven, the nyasa is made in the heart, palms, body, ears, and the eyes. By means of the japa, all success can be achieved. The mandala has 4 faces. 8, the earth must be meditated upon as a spacious square, yellow in color, and presided over by Indra. The zone of Varuna is in the middle. 9 to 11. At its center is the lotus, with the semicircular moon, with sapphire splendor. This is gentle. Or an Agneya Mandala, a fiery zone, triangular in shape, can be contemplated upon. A flaming fire with svastika shall then be meditated over. Beyond that, a circle, decorated with the central bindu point and resembling a cut block of antimony, is to be contemplated upon. Beyond this, the Vyomamrita Mandala is to be thought of. It resembles waves of milk and has the splendor of pure crystal. It sweeps the entire universe. If you're following this, you're probably already enlightened, but it's very evocative.
I see pictures.
It's a guided meditation. You know. 12. Vasuki and Shankapala are stationed in the mandala of the earth. Karkota and Padmanabha are stationed in the Varuna mandala. 13-14. Kulika is stationed in the Agneya mandala. Takshaka and Mahabjaka are stationed in the Vayu mandala. The 5 elements are to be located in the fingers, beginning with thumb and ending with the little finger, in the usual order and in the inverse order. In the joints of fingers, Jaya and Vijaya are to be located. 15. The Shiva Shadanga mantra is to be located in the mouth, etc. The Hrid mantra is to be located in the arms, or in the fingers, or in the tuft. The Vyapaka mantra is to be located before that in the knotty joints of the fingers. The Bhutanyasa and other rites should be performed, as well as Shivanga mantras, located with Pranava in the beginning and Namaha in the end. Thus the rule for establishing and worshipping has been explained. The mantra of the 8 varieties of serpents consists of the first letters of their respective names, by invoking which they can be drawn to one's vicinity. 19. The Panchabhuta mantra is duly preceded by Or, Swaha, then recited will draw Tarksha to one's presence, fulfilling all activities. 20 to 22. After performing the Karanyasa with the vows, Shariranyasa must be performed again. He must think of prana as blazing and purifying the Atman. The Bija mantra is to be contemplated in the act of showering nectarine downpour. Thus invigorating oneself and contemplating on the head, the earth is to be located at the feet, the earth shining like molten gold, surrounded by the entire universe and guarded by the Lokapalas. My painting recently of the Lokapalas. The intelligent scholar shall locate this divine earth in his body. Beyond that, the region is twice that of the earth and is dark blue in color. Ravi's mandala is triangular in shape and is to be located between the navel and the neck. Ravi is the sun. The entire Brahmanda is illuminated by clusters of flames. Beyond that is the fierce mandala of Vayu that should be contemplated, having the color of a block of antimony and ensconced in the image of self. The Vyoma or Akasha Mandala is to be contemplated as situated over the tuft. It is of pure crystal splendor, unlimited, all-pervasive, and nectarine. 27 on. After performing the Bhuta Nyasa and that of the Nagas with the mantras ending with the letter La, and coupled with the Bindu, the nasal sound Shiva Bija must be given, and the mandala must be contemplated. The clever devotee must strictly follow the order in the case of the mandalas, and the color should be meditated upon at the time of the rite. 29:30. In the cases of poisoning due to stationary and mobile factors, animals and vegetables, Tarksha should be contemplated as ornamented with black serpents in the feet, wings, and beak. In the case of malignant attack of evil planets, Bhutas, Pishachas, Dakinis, Yakshas, and Rakshasas, Shiva should be located in the body after making him encircled by serpents. 31. Thus the twofold nyasas have been explained for the serpents and the 5 elements. After contemplating thus, the practice of the charm should be commenced in due order. Wow.
Yeah, it's giving you the whole ritual. Visualizations, recitations, everything.
A little hard to understand precisely what you're supposed to do at certain points.
Well, it's in footnotes, so it's like a priest would know what to do.
You'd have to have some guidance. 32. After giving the Tritattva, the Shiva Tattva must be given above it. The Nyasa is the same in Deva and joints of fingers as in the body. 33, 34. After performing the Deha Nyasa, first in the usual and inverse orders, the Kanda, Nala, Padma, Dharma, and Jnana should be worshipped with the final letters of the different Vargas. And these are the lines, the letters of the consonants of the alphabet. Vargas are based on where in the mouth you say them, and it's the line of sounds that proceed through unvoiced, voiced, aspirated, unaspirated, and nasal. Essentially, there's 5 different sounds. It's a very systematic alphabet. You can look forward to a special edition of Purana Talk, perhaps, that deals only with the alphabet. It's one of my pet topics.
And these tattvas they're having you visualize are shapes, like the Trita tattva is the triangle, and the Shiva tattva is the crescent moon, and I don't know.
That are associated with elements, that are associated with points in the body, chakras. They're, exactly. It's got.
But they're having you visualize these shapes in your person.
So after performing Deha Nyasa, first in the usual and inverse orders, the Kanda, Nala, Padma, Dharma, and Jnana should be worshipped with the final letters of the different Vargas, appended with the second vowel, The mantra Ksham should be located in the pericarp with Repa appended on the head. The Vargas are, it says, A, Ka, Cha, Ka, Ta, Pa, Ya, and Sha. They are to be placed in the east, west, etc. 2 letters each should be placed in leaves and petals. 36. The vowels are to be located in the petals where 16 principles ending with Isha are to be worshipped. The Shaktis are Vama and others. The 3 Tattvas are to be located therein. The auspicious limb, Shivam Angam, should be invoked on the head. Thereafter the Deva shall be located in the pericarp with all attendants and followers. The Prithvi principle, earth principle, shall be worshipped in the western leaf. The Apaha, water principles, are located in the northern leaf. Tejas, 38. Tejas principle is to be worshipped in the southern leaf, and Vayu principles, that was fire and wind, principles to be worshipped in the eastern leaf. Vayu, wind, eastern leaf. Tejas, fire, southern leaf. Apa, water, northern leaf. Prithvi, earth, western leaf. If you care.
I was trying to get there.
Yeah. 39.
Couldn't do it quickly enough.
Oh. Well, You can rerun that part as many times as you want. You want me to go over it
No,
again for
it's
you?
fine.
The respective bija, as mentioned before, shall be duly assigned in the murti rupa, in the form of idol. Bija literally means seed, but it tends to refer to a monosyllabic mantra. The sky is getting very dark, and yet it's bright on the blooming cherry tree. We actually live in a basement. I'm kidding. 39. The respective bija, as mentioned before, shall be duly assigned in the murti rupa, the form of the idol. Yam is the mula root of Vayu and should be placed in southwest. The bija Ra is located in the southeast. The bija Vam is located in the northeast and worshipped always. Om should be worshipped located in the heart. The Tanmatras, the material principles, and the Bhuta Matras, the gross matter, gross material principles, are to be worshipped outside the occult diagram. The Shivangas are to be contemplated thereafter and worshipped. The heart is to be worshipped in the southeast and the head in the northeast. The tuft is to be located in the southwest. The Kavacha is to be located in the northwest. The Astra is to be given outside the diagram. The Netra, or eye, is located in the north. 43. The devotee shall worship the bijas at the tip of the petals and the pericarp. The 8 nagas, beginning with Ananta and ending with Kulira, are located from the east to the northeast in order. The devotee repeating the mantras shall worship using the procedure separately, either in the heart lotus or in the diagram drawn on the state, etc. Slate. Diagram drawn on the slate, etc. This procedure is to be adopted in all Nitya and Naimittika rites. It says these rites enjoined as daily duties are Nityas, and special rites for special occasions are Naimittikas. The devotee shall constantly think of the Atman as Kamarupa, able to assume any form he wishes, pleasing to the mind, and sweeping the entire universe which it creates and annihilates. 47-48. He must remember Bhairava, who illuminates the entire cosmos, beginning with Brahman and ending with the world by means of clusters of flames, who has 10 arms, 4 faces, tawny eyes, 3 eyes, and the moon for his crest, who wields the trident, who is terrific on account of the curved teeth for the purpose of achievement. He must remember Garuda, too, in all activities. For the destruction of snakes and serpents, Garuda the Terrible is to be remembered. His feet are placed on the leaves, his wings rest in the quarters, the 7 heavens touch his chest, the cosmos comes up to his throat. All the Rudras ending with Isha are to be contemplated as stationed in his head. The 3 Shaktis located in the matted hair of Sadashiva, identified with Garuda, must be thought of. Tarksha is the great Shiva himself, greater than the greatest, and Lord of the universe. He has therefore 3 eyes. He is terrific in appearance. He destroys poisonous serpents. His mouth devours everything. Garuda's body is constituted with mantras. He is as blazing as the Kalagni, the death fire. In every activity he must be remembered. After performing this nyasa duly, whatever the devotee thinks in his mind becomes possible for achievement. The devotee becomes Garuda himself. Ghosts, bhutas, yakshas, nagas, gandharvas, rakshasas, etc. die at his very sight. Chaturtika and other fevers are quelled. That was the quaternary fever. Dhanvantari said, Lord Shiva himself told thus to Garuda, and Garuda narrated this to Kashyapa. Now listen to the Vidya, which Maheshwara explained to Gauri. So ends chapter 197. Quite a long one.
It's quite interesting, the association of the alphabet with different parts of the directions.
Mm-hmm.
Like was especially detailed, it seemed to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there were definite sections to the ritual, like if you were to go back and analyze that ritual that it gave us.
Mm-hmm.
It had you laying out the ritual space first, then it had you doing specific kinds of work with different parts of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd want to look carefully at what it was doing, because it wasn't really clear to me what this was supposed to achieve for you. But it had you visualizing the different things inside yourself after it got the room sort of put together.
Yeah. Well, and it comes back in the end to the theme of it being an Ayurvedic remedy for poison.
Right.
He destroys poisonous serpents, is reminded in the next to the last stanza, and then Dhanvantari is identified again as speaking this wisdom. It reminds us that it's especially about poisoning from serpents, because Garuda is ultimately not only
enemy of serpents.
The enemy of serpents, he's also, who this Purana is dedicated to.
But I'd never associated it with Shiva like this before.
Yeah, very interesting. Shiva's relation
with Garuda. It's actually associating with the serpents in Shiva's hair.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, and serpent energy.
But being somehow...
But he's an enemy of serpents. This is the odd thing.
It was right in this section here. Uh-huh. It was saying that Garuda was associated with that.
Yeah, for the destruction of snakes and serpents, Garuda the Terrible is to be remembered. His feet are placed on the leaves, his wings on the bird. But no, there was...
Where was it, though, that it got into his...
All the Rudras ending in Ishar contemplated, stationed in the head, the three Shaktis, the matted hair, identified the Garuda. Great Shiva. No, I know it must have been further back.
It was when it was describing Shiva. It was saying...
remember Bhairava illuminates the cosmos, beginning with Brahman, by means of clusters of flames, wields the trident, curved teeth. But then it goes into destruction of serpents. Garuda's terrible.
You must remember Garuda, too, in all activities. For the destruction of snakes and serpents, Garuda the Terrible is to be remembered.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it said something about his hair. Well, maybe it's right here.
It's not there.
The three Shaktis located in the matted hair of Sadashiva, identified with Garuda. Right there.
It doesn't say serpents.
No, it says the three
Shaktis. Yeah, so?
Well, that's what I hadn't put together. The three Shaktis located in the matted hair. I only knew of one Shakti in the matted hair, and that's Ganga.
Yeah. Well, if it's the three Shaktis, one assumes it's the three Shaktis of the three gods, the great triumvirate of
I see.
Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma. So, it would be...
I just never ran into that before, that they would be in his hair.
Yep. Well,
okay. There you go.
New things come up all the time
in
these old texts.
All right.
Hey, thanks.
It was fun.